Greetings guys, this is Ep43. Hope your week has been well so far. Now the surgical strike is upon us. This is there's some good things and some bad things, and also sorry I got some misinformation out in the previous video. I said it was coming out Tuesday, that wasn't the case. Did rectify this in the comments, but sorry if I caused some misinformation. It was Wednesday today that was out. Good things, bad things with this patch, right? Like void buff to the Harpy was doing 390 DPS with the 3% implants and the Pyro those two that we're using. Now it's doing 450, mate, and that is insane, by the way, especially since we're going to be able to apply most of that because we've got the dual webs in the go. So you'll see us nuking some stuff in this video. Most of this video is going to consist of just a Harpy PvP. But yeah, good thing, Void, Rage, missiles have been buffed, and that basically straight up buff to the hook bill. So you're mostly using rage missiles and hook bills. You have the dual webs and the ability to apply your rage missiles. So that's just a straight up buff to our favorite frigate, which is fantastic. Now the downside, apparently this buff was for brawlers or whatever, but I don't see that as the case. And a lot of other people sort of, if you're in opinions in the community, and everyone's saying it's a buff to kiting, and I agree. With the resistance nerf to like your energized adaptives and all this, kiter's going to be killing stuff quicker. If those brawlers can't get into brawl range, then their DPS, what's it called, buff is useless. So I don't know, I think it's a straight up buff to kiters as opposed to brawlers. So most of the brawling you want to be doing, you want to really be surviving as opposed to killing everything super quickly. I feel like solo battleship or solo BC, you want to be tanking a lot of stuff and then slowly, well, trying to kill stuff as fast as possible, but you need to actually survive the incoming DPS to actually kill other things. So I don't know, I mixed feelings about this patch. I'm really pleased though, because most of my gameplay hasn't been too much affected if buffed. Like the T1 destroyer, like frigates, like assault frigates and low sec are kind of thing. You'll be able to kill stuff a lot quicker now, and you can still be able to start it up 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2. But I feel like it's still affecting null sec a bit more so. It will affect low sec, of course, in more fleet concept, and if you want to do those like super tanky battleships and stuff and just like fight a bunch of dudes, they'll still be affected. But we'll see in the coming days what happens and stuff. You know, I'm excited. I'd say I'll enjoy this buff more than I dislike it. But yeah, anyway, on to the Harpy PvP. So I was fighting these two Thrashers. Orbiting this dude at 500. Even these autos are already, I'd probably still orbit 500. Kill him. I see the malediction on D-scan. I don't think he was on the Plex or looking to kill me. I think he was on the Citadel. But I was super spooked out about that. I was actually quite keen to fight another Thrasher or something coming in, and if I went straight on this other Thrasher, that would have been optimal. You'll see, I disengage here as the other Thrasher comes in. I'm expecting malediction and other things to arrive. But I know this is just the Thrashers. I come back in, orbit this dude at 500. I would really recommend fighting 3 Thrashers in the AF, especially one as squishy as this. The only reason I really did this is one Thrasher that I killed before had T1 guns, so like hopefully they're sort of cheap fit. Even a cheap fit Thrasher's quite scary. I don't activate assault damage control and go down, so I wasn't expecting an alpha. GF to those guys. Okay, this is an insane fight. I was warping about. These guys kept on just like stacking up in plexes and sliding after me, but I want to get one of them separated or two. Go straight on this Fed Navy Comet. This is a Firetail, Hook Belt, and Fed Navy Comet. If that Hook Belt is fit in a specific way, I'm dead. If you had a TD, this would be very rough for me. So I'm on top of this Comet. I'm looking at Newcomb. He's going down real hard at the moment. Thankfully, there's a bit of piloting error on their side in this fight. And none of them seem to like orbit me further than like 3.5k here, which is fantastic. Second stick in void range, and thankfully that Hook Belt doesn't have a TD. Because if you had a TD, I'd pretty much GG for me. And if they pulled out further, like if they pulled out to 8k or something, that'd been rough. I'm still, my tank is being tested here. I went on the Firetail next. I was expecting that to be the more squishy of the two. Then get straight on that Hook Belt. I've still got assault damage control to go. My capacitor's getting a bit rough, but I've got NOS to NOS off this Hook Belt, so I'm fairly cushy at the moment. I'd fade assault damage control, tank up a little bit. Seems quite tanky, but not tanky enough to handle our 330 DPS. This was post-patch fight, so this wasn't, 450. But GF to those guys, that's a quality little fight, that. But here we have a really cool fight against a Vengeance. And a lot of people probably don't expect the kind of DPS this Harpy's pushing out. This is after patch. This is 450 DPS one. I've been killing a lot of blingy AFs and like pirate frigates with this fit, especially like dual red fits and like active tank worms and stuff. They just don't expect them, and it's a dual C type red vengeance. It does have much resistance in the low. I think he has just like insult damage control and ballistic control, if I can remember correctly. So yeah, he just can't handle it, man. I was a bit worried there, especially with my capacitor. I pulled there by overheat the NOS, trying to get some cap off him. Try and, you know, kill him before I die, which we do, thankfully. Just because insane DPS we're cracking out there and get a nice little bit of loot. Now, I want to try the Dragoon. This guy has 2 newts, and we have died to 2 newt Dragoon before. But I figured since we're doing more DPS after patch, we should give it a crack. I actually don't activate the webs in this one either, just to conserve cap. Now I'm keeping my 3k here, just keeping our optimal, try and keep the transversal decent, and just void them down. So yeah, it's pretty close. I have the NOS on overheat. You nail the cap side, but we do take it. Had that been before the patch, I think we would have died there. Just not enough DPS. This against Just Waffle, great guy. He's in the buffer Harpy, and I'm in this abomination of a Harpy. So I noticed that he's buffer. I pull my range out to 7.5k here, because I feel like the buffer Harpy should be able to kill my Harpy. It's because we aren't like ridiculously tanky. So I pull out 7.5k and hope that he doesn't realize or switches to null too late. Yeah, since we have the range control, we can do so. You know, we can dictate whether we use void or null, which is really nice. He does end up switching null at one point, but I feel like he takes quite a while to do so. And at this point, I'm still tanking quite well, just because of the resists I have towards a Harpy, you know. Really good kinetic and thermal resistances, and that's what, unfortunately, hybrids do. So GF there, Waffle. This is against a Tyrannus. I don't think he got the memo about the resistances. He tries his damnedest. I'm sure he's doing a lot of DPS in his Tyrannus fit, but just because there are resistances, he doesn't do much to us, and we can nuke him. GF to that guy. I went in the Plagues for a little longer. There's an Algos and D-Scan. He's probably keen, thinking I've taken a lot of damage, or used a lot of heat. But, unfortunately, we have not. And, he seems quite slow that put out his drones, and I believe when he does put out his drones, he's using Hobgoblins, which is, again, thermal damage, not great damage type to be using against Galanti T2 resistances, or Galanti. Acolytes or Warriors are really what he wants, but maybe he didn't have those in the hold. So I can't fault him too much there, but yeah, nice couple little fights there. That was our last one we got in this Harpy, actually, so a good couple selection of fights there. Very pleased with this Harpy fit. Couple more fights, I reckon we'll get a guide out. So yeah, boys, that's all the content I really got for you guys. I made a little mistake there and said I was saying Galanti, since it's way in Kildarian and Galanti. You drink more water, boys. I don't know, sleep deprivation, lack of water, I don't know, I'm not in a good spot. But, yeah, do let me know how you guys are finding the patch so far. I'm sure the people who are into, like, Hecates and, like, ganking of Catalyst are going to be having a wonderful time. Curious to see if anyone's done, like, solo BS or stuff, seeing how that's went for them. I know Kiters will be pretty chill with this patch. Tell me how you're feeling it down below, man. I don't know, like, Demoses are going to be crazy. I'm just going to probably see a lot of Doctrine Demoses about. I think they've, like, doubled the price in Cheetah. You know, people will market speculating and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what comes in, like, upcoming months. See what ends up becoming the new meta and whatnot. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. There'll probably be a couple bit more Harpy videos. Sorry if you guys are getting bored of the Harpy. I'm having a blast now, especially after this patch. It's, like I mentioned, doing 450 DPS, which is so crazy, man. If we upgraded those 3% implants to 5%, and then done like a dose free pyro, oh, I dare to imagine, mate, if we could get this bad boy up to 500 DPS, do like an abyssal Mac field, oh, that's endless, dude. By the way, I'll leave you to be. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next one.